Everyone. Okay. First of all, do you guys have any specific questions about the promo codes? That's like time sensitive. Those expire at the end of this month. So I want to make sure that you guys are confident in how to leverage those and how to use them. I shared a couple things. Danielle and Tony went live about how to personalize them and really use them to reach out and help people feel special because you're offering them this kind of exclusive thing. So I shared that in the team pages. So make sure you watch that. It's like 4 minutes long. And then in the comments of that, I also shared kind of like a close, how I'm going to use it with anyone. Obviously, this would be someone who is really just talking about the challenge group, not talking to you about coaching because I'm just offering it to them more as a discount option. But you could use it for coaches too if you wanted. So that's also in the comments of that post. And it's simply being like, hey, giving them the $10 promo code for your VIP members. So for people who are signing up with a coach account for the discount or whatever, you have some promo codes that you're offering them so it can help them save even more. So that would happen when you've already had your whole conversation. They've already told you what pack they're going to do. They've already committed. You're simply going to set up their cart, and that is the very last thing that you're asking them. Okay, customer or coach, that's basically what you're asking them. And then going into that. So if you didn't see that, go to the team page. It's in the comments. But you guys, we all have, hopefully you guys are Emerald. So hopefully you guys have 6 promo codes to use because you would get 3 for you and 3 for your spouse as long as they're active. And you can use all 6 of those codes. The codes are not tied to a coach. They simply work. The code just works. Okay. So that means if you have a spouse that's active as well, you have 6. That gives you 6 opportunities to help people and to personally reach out. So if you haven't yet, I would use those in a personal way to reach out to every single person in the past who has been interested, who hasn't done it yet because of whatever reason, and just use them for your follow-ups. Just, hey girl, checking in. I just received 3 promo codes to help you save money, and you were the first person I thought of. I just wanted to touch base with you. If you're ready to get started, I totally love for you to jump on this new program with us. Just something simple and basic, okay? But this gives you an opportunity to do another touch, another follow-up, and if you haven't heard any of the things I've been talking about lately, that's something I heard on the way home when I was listening to Go Pro, which is super good. And he talks about the thing that in his business, when he was struggling and when he was not having much success at all, he was expecting to send an invite and then for them to sign up. That was his expectation. And when he shifted his expectation to send an invite, to open the door, to have another connection, to have another connection, to have another connection, to have another connection, until they're finally ready, his conversations changed. The energy behind his conversations changed, and people started to come back around because it wasn't just are you ready? No, okay, deal is done, door is closed. It was simply, hey, inviting you to do this with me. They're not ready yet. Okay, well, here's some value. Or, okay, well, ask a question. Okay, well, like continue the conversation past the initial invite. And that's what will at some point get them on board. So this is just one of those opportunities to get another touch in there, to open up that door one more time. And some of the people will be ready, you guys. I promise. Some of the people will be ready. And it's just us being proactive about constantly being there in their ear, not in a weird, obnoxious way, just continuing to show up. And I have gotten so many messages, you guys. If you're weird about follow-ups, you feel like you're bugging them, I have gotten so many messages from people that are like, thank you so much for not giving up on me. Thank you so much for not quitting, because I wouldn't have been able to get started if you didn't continue to show up and didn't continue to reach out and didn't continue to care about the goals I shared with you 8 months ago, right? So that's our job. Our job is to continue to be there, to continue to let them know that we're there to help them when they're ready. And it's on them at that point to be ready when they're ready. Okay, so don't tie the emotion to the outcome. Tie the emotion to the action. And as long as you're taking the correct actions with the right intent, you will find people to help every single month. Toby, how about people who already have their own exercise routine? I'm getting that a lot. Talk about nutrition. You guys, we have a complete solution for nutrition. So even if they love their workouts, they are not interested at all in BOD, who cares? How do you do with nutrition? Do you have a solid game plan for that? No, I actually still suck at nutrition and I'm not seeing results because I eat all my emotions. Sweet. We have a program for that. Totally changed my life. Let's chat. You know what I mean? So that we now have a way to talk to anyone, no matter where they're at on their journey. So it's super rad. That was a great question. What else, you guys? Anything else you guys want to talk about before they have questions? Melissa, Cozy, Ashley, anyone else that's on? Ow. Where are you guys at for Success Club? Put it in the comments. Where are you guys at too? Where are you guys at for your diamond goal date? Hopefully 84422. Awesome. I love everyone on the board. 0, that's fine. You still have time to help people. 6, added 1 coach. Antoinette, what's your goal date for diamond? You have been like lingering inches away for way too long. 0, but added a new coach. Amy's at 2. I missed my goal date. Now my goal date is every day. But don't make it every day. Put a specific date. Because if you just say my goal date is diamond every single day, that doesn't create any sort of focus or urgency, right? Because today's the same as yesterday's, the same as yesterday's, the same as tomorrow. So why don't you be like, hey, diamond by, today was Thursday, which means the next time you can even go diamond would be next Thursday. So then shift your date to the 25th. But having that actual date with a deadline means you've got 7 days to bust booty, to reach out, invite, follow up, talk about coaching, do a sneak peek. Like that, when you guys have a goal, actual date with urgency, that is what gives you focus and intention behind your actions, right? So you can't just be like, okay, well, my goal, love it, Heather, my goal was 15 star 3 6 months ago. Well, clearly we missed that, but that's not my goal every day now. I have to refocus and reshift. So my next goal date is whatever. I haven't shared this with my team yet, so I need to do that. August 8th, Antoinette, awesome. Love it. And for any of you, my PS coaches that are on here, I don't know how many of you are, you have till August 15th to get to diamond and still qualify for the Disney World trip. So August 15th, like ingrain that in your brain if you're one of my PS. July 25th, love it. That's 1 week. I can't wait to see your shout out, Shalise. End of the month for Joanne. Sweet. Okay, well, what questions do you guys have? Like what will help you get there? What are you struggling with? What roadblocks are you coming to? That's what this call is for. Just let us know what you need. Unless you have all of the things figured out, which would be great. July 25th, love it. People go dark, like they go quiet. At what point in the conversation? I just need emeralds. Awesome, Tanil. All day, every day. Everyone says they don't have the finances. Sweet, then they need a coach. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So if they need money, sweet, you got an opportunity for them. They can make money and reach their goals. You guys are laughing, but that's like real. Like, I don't know why anyone sits in financial stress when they have an opportunity sitting in their fingertips that they can do to change their life. And if you guys don't truly believe that because you haven't had the success that you want yet, ride on the coattails of every single successful coach that has created financial freedom, that has changed their family's life. Because if it's possible for all of those other people, it's possible for anyone. So you guys can have belief in knowing that when you do the right things consistently, it will change your life. But you don't have to wait for it to change your life to have confidence in the fact that it will change anyone else's life when they show up and do it. So if anyone tells me their finances are sucky, I'm like, girl, why are you not coaching then? Because you need this probably more than you need the workouts, right? Because I don't know if I would ever want to deal with financial stress like that when you don't have to. They don't have to. If they choose to, that's on them, but at least present it to them. Price objections, and I don't know how to get into the coaching opportunity. What do you mean? I got this yesterday. I can't be a coach. I just shoved my mouth full of potato chips. I have zero self-control. Sweet. That's why you need this. I was the yo-yo queen before I became a coach too. Like, this is what will help you create those healthy lifestyle habits, to be your better version of yourself, to have a community of people who want to see you succeed and who want to see you feel your best. People don't have that, and they don't know what they don't know. So that is our job, to pour belief and confidence and excitement into them with our conversations. Bringing the conversation into presenting the coaching opportunity. Girlfriend, you need to watch our summit training. We need to get that uploaded ASAP. We have trainings though already in the team pages and stuff. It's simply coaching, and we just talked about this on our new coach call. So maybe I'll just upload that and you guys can watch it. Get clear on how it's blessed your life, how it's, what else did we say? How it's blessed your life, how you would feel if Beachbody went away, like what you love about it. And then also get clear on the fears and the reservations that you have, because that's likely what other people have as well. So you can talk about those things publicly and address those and kind of combat those things like before you started. But naturally, if coaching is a part of how you live, coaching is a part of who I am. It's a part of my habits. It's a part of the way I spend my time, how I spend my days. Like, it's just part of who I am. So naturally, it's easy to talk about it because I'm just sharing how I'm living my life, right? So if you're doing the things that we do as coaches, you are doing your vital behaviors, you're taking care of yourself physically, you're doing your personal growth, you are connecting with other women, you're sharing those snippets every single day. So when you're in conversation with people and it naturally comes up that they struggle with any of those things, you can be like, girl, have you ever looked into coaching? Because I felt the same way, or I struggled with the same stuff, and this has really helped me. Do you want to get some info about it? So just don't overcomplicate it. You don't have to do all of the scary talking all in one conversation. It's simply planting that seed and opening up the door. And then hopefully you have an IG sneak peek set up, or you have an info video, or you leverage this PDF that Lauren created and I'll link up to in the comments, but it's also in the team training. Like, we have so many, okay, now here's the info resources for you guys. Make sure you know which one you're going to use and have your flow ready for after they want info. Because it shouldn't be scary to talk about coaching at all. How do you go about bringing coaching up to someone that is already working out and has a healthy lifestyle? Does that make sense? Yeah, Caitlin. So first I would build the relationship. It's really easy to find someone who's sharing their journey and who's super inspiring to get overly excited and be like, oh my gosh, you need a coach. You're already doing the hardest part and you would be such a killer coach. That's really easy, but you need to slow it down, take a step back, and connect with them as a normal human being. Get to know them. I personally like to connect for 3 to 4 weeks on a regular basis as a normal person, never talking about Beachbody, encouraging them, cheering them on, loving on their stuff, being interested in what they're doing, just being normal. And then it's natural to slide into their DMs and be like, hey, girlfriend, I totally loved connecting with you. I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but I love seeing what you put out there and you could make such a rock star coach. Have you ever looked into it? That's it. And then they'll either be like, no, I haven't. What is it? Or they'll be like, yeah, I have. And you can have that conversation at that point, go into some of their objections. Or you might come across, because this happens a lot, Everyone says that. I've been approached a million different times. It's just not my thing. Totally cool. But if you ever change your mind, I would love to work with you because you're exactly the type of girl that I love to rock this journey with. We need more of you to impact more people. So don't be afraid of the response you're going to get. If you're afraid of hearing no, you're not going to ever send the message. So if you already have, my biggest thing that's helped me is having my responses ready to a certain degree. Like I have a no response, I have a yes response, I have a yeah, but response. And then I can just tweak it a little bit to personalize it around the conversation that we've had. But having that go-to response takes the emotion out of it. It takes the overwhelm out of it. And it just simplifies the entire process. So make sure that you guys have your flow for everything. I'm running out of people to invite. I'm expanding and connecting, but not many new followers, and the same people are liking my posts and watching my stories. Brandy, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. When you say you're expanding and connecting, like how much are you doing that each day?
I am trying to follow about 25 new followers. 25 to 50 is what I try to do, is follow new people.
Okay.
And then I go, and as I follow them, I go and like and comment on their stuff.
Okay, perfect. So what are you doing after you follow them, like and comment? Do you have anything to like continue engaging on their stuff, or is it more like of an initial, what do you do after that?
I have the collections is what they're called. I have collections and I go to my collections and I continue to do that. So I don't know what else.
So you're expanding with 25 to 50. You're liking and commenting on some of their things if they're public. Then you immediately add them to a collection.
Yeah.
And then how much time are you spending in your collections engaging on those people?
I honestly, because I've invited the same amount of people, a couple of times, that I'm spending almost an hour a day connecting. Just not all of them like post every day. Right. So I try to watch their stories and I try to just any new post. If it's something I can comment on, I do. Otherwise, I just like it.
Perfect. Okay. So that's good. So are you only inviting people that come back and follow you or start watching your stories?
Yeah. Or they like my post.
Okay, but you're not inviting the people that you're proactively connecting with?
No, because not many of them are like connecting back. Does that make sense? So I feel cold if I did that. Or am I okay to do that?
That makes sense. So for me, every single person that I connect with, I connect for a full month before I invite. But every single person that I connect with gets an invite. And it simply says something like, hey girl, I've loved connecting with you and seeing your stuff in my feed. I don't know if you've seen me post about my group, but I have 3 more spots to fill for women who want to work on their goals. I'd love to work with you inside my group. Something like that. So when you say you're running out of people to invite, that's where I'm like, well, if you're connecting and expanding, you shouldn't ever be running out of people to invite. But when you say that it feels cold and they're not connecting back, that's a red flag that either you're not connecting with the right people or you're not digging deep enough into the connections that it's what's the word? That it's like encouraging them to respond or encouraging them to come back to your page. So like a couple things, look at how you're connecting, the depth of the conversation, the types of responses. Like if they're very surface level, it's easy for them not to respond. If you're like digging in a little deeper, then that'll encourage a conversation. And then 2, make sure that you are looking at the content you're putting out there. Is it entertaining, educating, and inspiring to your target audience? Because if it's not, then they're not going to hang out on your page. They're going to go back to your page and they're going to bounce really quick. So we have like 2 seconds for them to see our profile pic, our bio, and the first 3 pictures on our feed. And they're either going to follow you, they're going to scroll a little bit and see what you're about, or they're going to bounce like super quick. So just some kind of self-checks that we have to constantly be asking ourselves. If we're not seeing the results we want, then we're not going to hang out on your page. They're going to go back to your page and they're going to bounce really quick. So just some kind of self-checks that we have to constantly be asking ourselves. If we're not seeing the results we want, then we're not going to hang out on your page. and we're doing the things we're supposed to, then there's got to be something else missing. So that's what I would do after this is check out your social media, do a little IG, like, what is it called? Audit. See if it's interesting. See if the pictures are bright and inviting. See if you're sharing stuff that's connecting you with people that's not just surface level, whatever. So just some things to think about, because if you're doing the things, you should see the results. But if you're not seeing the results, then there's a reason. So we can refine a little bit. Hopefully that helped.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Okay, we're almost done. How do you create collections on Instagram? There's trainings on that in the training. Like there's like 10 trainings. On the expanding and connecting one, I talk about it in there. On the IG flow one somewhere, there's like an Instagram power hour. I talk about it in there. So, and if you can't find those, I'm pretty sure they're in the main team page in the units. Yeah, they're under there. How are you tracking who you're following for 3 to 4 weeks in my collections? So that's my way of tracking, because I work so much from my phone. As soon I follow them. As soon as I follow them, I go to their page, interact, like and comment. They go into my next month's collection, and I engage with them for a full month or so before I invite. But every single person in my collections gets an invite, and then as soon as they say, yeah, I want info, then they go into my follow-up collection, so that if they don't go all the way through the process and fill out my application form, I can still check back in with them and be like, hey girl, just want to check in with you. Did you get that info? Did you have any questions? I'm super pumped to talk more with you about this. Okay. And that's how I track, and it works. But Streak is really, 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 really good if you are a computer person. I just am not. So everyone we follow follows us. We're inviting at the first contact. No, I don't invite people at the first contact. I do send an initial message that is something along the lines of, hey girl, I'm super pumped to get to know you and see your stuff in my feed. I've loved meeting new friends on Instagram. Let me know. I don't even know I'll find what I say. But it's just a contact to plant that seed. And then after I connect with them for like a month, then I invite them. Okay, so this is what it says. Something like, let me find one. Oh, that was an invite. Hold on. Of course I can't find. I was inviting yesterday, so there's like 8 million of those. Oh my gosh, seriously. Seriously, 8 million. If you think you're inviting enough, you're not. You should see my inbox and how many no answers there are. Whoa, who is sharing their screen? Stop it right now. I don't know what's going on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Gallery view. Someone else can talk while I'm trying to find this. Holy moly.
So if let's see, my sister signed up with a challenge pack a few months ago, which means I got 2 Success Club points from her. So if I sign her up, she wants to sign up as a coach. Can I get 1 Success Club point from her? How would I go about that?
When did you say she signed up as a challenger?
Oh, I can't even remember. A few months ago.
Okay, every 6 months you can get new Success Club points for a new or for a previous customer. So if it's been within 6 months and she wants to coach, I would. Oh shoot, what challenge pack did she sign up with?
Just like a bod. I think it might have been a performance challenge pack.
Okay, so you have a couple options. I always recommend, well, I don't always, but if they want, I always think it's a good idea for new coaches to start with a new email, like a fitness one or like something that's going to be specific to their business so that it's easy to find all their Beachbody stuff. So if she did that, then that would be new points because it'd be a new email. but her old email is linked with her bod. So that wouldn't work if she was like signing up with a completion pack or something like that. But if she was starting with like MM100 and she wanted Shakeology or Performance Line or whatever, for $30 more, she could get a full pack with bod for another 8 or 9 months, and that would be worth it anyways. So those are your options. You either don't get any more points for her when she signs up, or she would sign up with a full pack and use a new email.
Okay. Yep.
Monica said, how many invites are you doing a day? I don't send them every single day. I only send them when I'm filling my challenge group. So I send them for like weeks at a time. And it just depends. I go through my entire collection. So it depends on how many people, but I mean, like 50-ish a day on the days that I'm sending them until we work through that whole previous month's collection. Okay, here's the message that I send to my new people. Hey girlie, thank you for following along on my health and happiness journey. I love getting to make new friends on the gram. Emoji. Let me know if there's anything you'd love to see more of, or if you need help with fitness, nutrition, or self-love and confidence, I'd love to help you with that too. So that's all I send to my initial people. That helps them see, okay, I'm a normal human. I'm connecting with them. It opens the door to have a conversation. And now they know what I'm about. So when I when I share my fitness stuff and kids and whatever, they're not going to be surprised. So that's my initial message that new followers get. And then once I've connected, they get an invite. Okay. Yes. Carrie said sometimes it does it. Sometimes it gives you points if you're converting them, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it'll give you points and then it takes them away. So you never really know. Katie, oh my gosh, my kids just interrupted when you said that. Any chance you could repeat? Oh no. I don't know if I can find it again. I think oh no. Something along the lines of, hey girlie, thanks for following along my health and happiness journey. I love getting to make new friends on the gram. Let me know if there's anything you want to see more of. Something. Something like that. Something like that.
Do you follow every single person that you connect with?
If
like that you put into your collections?
If I like them, I follow them. And then I unfollow people if I like see their stuff and they're not my jam. So I'm following 3,500 people, 3,600 almost. And then I'll go through and I'll just like weed out people periodically, like every couple weeks.
But if you're still connecting but you'll still invite them even if you're not following them, if you've been connecting with them. Does that make sense?
Well, Instagram changed it. So we can't even invite, I don't think we can even message people anymore unless we're following them. Isn't that right? Yeah. So we have to be following the people that we want to connect and invite. I'm pretty sure they changed it because you could always invite people before. I don't know. I just know that there's certain people I can't invite or I can't message. No, see, it says follow back. I can message her. Maybe if they're not following you. Is that what it is? Maybe they have to follow you in order to invite them. I have no idea. But I follow anyone I like because I want to support them. And people are weird about that. They'll be like, well, if you think I would be so great at this, why aren't you following me? And I'm like, oh, I was, and now I'm not. Sorry. So yeah. Okay, we got to wrap it up though because I have my leader call next. So hopefully you guys have an awesome day. Hopefully this is helpful. And we've got like 12 days, you guys, to bust booty, use all of our promo codes, help impact more people, hit Success Club, Brain Advance, do all the things. And really just make this what it is. You guys are here. So actually do the things. Make it worth it. Make it worth your time. Don't make your husband give you crap because you're just wasting your money and you're not doing anything with it. Do something with it. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.